predatory and exclusionary business practices to prevent consumers from accessing Netscape's products and thus to put the pioneering startup 6 feet under.
How does precluding Netscape from being distributed by computer makers help consumers? It can't possibly help consumers. Doesn't help Netscape. The only person it helps, the only entity it helps is Microsoft. That's clearly over the line.
Now, with Microsoft's future hanging in the balance, the man who had declared himself as powerful as the president saw his company hauled into court, accused of being law-breaking miscreants, and had himself been forced to endure a marathon videotaped deposition.
They had asked him questions and filmed his answers before the trial. And I think this was something new for Bill Gates, somebody asking him real hard questions that he couldn't refuse to answer.
You type in here, importance, high.
No.
No?
No, I didn't type that.
Who typed in high?
A computer.
Here was the world's richest man, as the public had never seen him before. Petulant and passive-aggressive, obfuscatory and obscurantist, as a quibbler, a pedant, an amnesiac, a baby.
I've never seen a stamp like that. I've never used a stamp like that.
Haven't you seen stamps like that in every single one of the documents that you've been shown during this deposition?
Can you get me all the exhibits?
It's just a waste of time.
It is a waste of time.
I have no idea what you're talking about when you say ask.
And so he came across in those tapes as not quite being truthful.
In court, the government showed Gates on screen, denying any knowledge of the infamous June 1995 meeting with Netscape, saying indeed at the time, quote, "I had no sense of what Netscape was doing." But then the court was shown an email sent by Gates to some of Microsoft's top brass a few weeks before the meeting, outlining his strategy for dealing with Netscape. Gates declared that he thought there was, quote, "a powerful deal to be done with Netscape," and that maybe Microsoft should, quote, "buy a piece of them or something," adding that he, quote, "would really like to see this happen."
Did we have people who pushed it and did deals that probably in retrospect they shouldn't have? I would say, yeah, I think that we did. That made it very tough on our competitors because we took advantage of our position. And clearly, unfortunately, that's what, became the dark cloud over Microsoft.
Federal judge in charge of the Microsoft case issued his final verdict. Guilty, guilty, guilty.